And the task ahead. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5. And for Brooklyn, Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Jordan in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Giannis. Off on the layup. Brooklyn with the ball. Irving surveying the floor. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Irving can't hit. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Bucks. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Nets. That one was played in Brooklyn.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters, and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road. There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Holiday against Harden, and it's blocked by Jordan.
You can't just throw up stuff like that with DeAndre Jordan lurking around.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Great effort, and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. No good on the shot. Good D by Giannis. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Pass to Lopez. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Yeah, Drew very much willing to go in there, scrap out a rebound, and hit the boards.
Harden surveying the D. Here's Irving. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason? Or, in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change. And the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. The Nets with the lead. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Durant.
Yeah, Kevin knows when he can score, so he waits. Make sure that somebody else doesn't have a better shot before he does that. Good play there.
Here's Giannis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
And the Nets making a change here. Shamet's checked in. Here's KD. Great D that time from Portis.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot. And for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to their defense in that one. The intensity, the shot blocking, just a dominant performance.
Yeah, last game was pretty impressive stuff on that end of the floor, just getting up near shooters and blocking as many shots as they did.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Connaughton. A three-pointer, no good. Nets leading by 4. Outside, KD. Launches it. It's rebounded by Portis. So the Bucks, their last game, a win against the Wizards in Washington. They grab their own miss. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Passes it to Connaughton. Another shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Bucks. Nets have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Now here's Harden. Defense right on him. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And one of the most creative scorers the league has to offer. Harden specializes in sinking those tough shots.
Augustine, that's good.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Augustine against Harden. Harris outside. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Nets out in front. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James,
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
and Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
The defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, we've got DJ Augustine, and it's Connaughton in at the 3 spot. Hits the three-point bomb. Forbes has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now, here's Shemp. He's guarded closely. The kick out to Brown. Second chance shot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Bobby Portis. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And he's there at 71 from the line this season, probably below where you'd like to see him.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for the Nets. Milwaukee also making some changes. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Torrey Craig. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Augustine. And he comes up with the deuce.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season. But in year 2, he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, if you just look for a few minutes at Giannis Antetokounmpo on the court, you know why he's called the Greek Freak. But it's the drive that makes him an MVP. He said, people try to make it complicated. Life is simple. You know what you want, go get it. Do what it takes every day and don't lie to yourself. Guys, I hope you understand I'm being truthful in all of these reports. Back to you.
Love the intensity. David, thank you. Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Giannis comes in for Pat Connaughton, and it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes.
Yeah, the defense very much more aggressive on the body up, but still Drew Holiday drops it down.
Irving from long range, but they'll get another chance. Shot clock at 6. Goes back up. That one wide left. So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against Washington.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
Well, the last time it was about feeding off of the glass and getting rebounds to ignite the offense, and that came up big for them. Great opportunities to get out and run.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
It's off his leg. And it's being called a kickball. And the Nets making a change here. Harden's checked in. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Griffin kicks to Irving. And the shot is long.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
In transition, here come the Nets. And Harden with the stuff.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Holiday against Harden. Lopez left side. Kicks it out to Giannis. No good that time. Nice D from Griffin. Irving for three. They get the rebound.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. For three, Middleton comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. And so Griffin will bring it up for Brooklyn. Irving against DiVincenzo. Irving passes to Brown. On the wing, Irving. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Detroit.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Irving against Holiday. Stolen by Holiday. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
This is how you ruin an opposing team's defense. Holiday runs inside and finds the easy shot there.
Here's Irving. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Holiday. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Holiday's got 10.
That's a show of strength from Holiday. Certainly looks like he got hit as well, but he possesses the focus necessary to sink.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much. And that's going to do it for...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. An exceptional performance from Drew Holiday.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Nets. Harden out there with Irving. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Durant in at the 4 slot. Holiday dishes to Lopez. DiVincenzo passes to Holiday. And it's blocked by Jordan. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. The kick out to Irving. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Milwaukee in the lead. DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. That one falls. Craig, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that ability to play in space is so vital.
Harden can't hit. The Bucks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Holiday with the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Harden's got his 4th rebound in this one. Harris with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Harris kicks to Harden. It's Durant on the wing, covered by Giannis. Brooklyn now working with a new shot clock. Yep, that one goes in there. Harris has got the game tied up here for Brooklyn.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Holiday, no one around him. That shot, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Milwaukee has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Giannis inside. KD's on him. And yes, it's good.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there that go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken #1.
Yep, that one goes. Giannis has got 12 in the game.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. He's off on that one. Durant with some nice D.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Jordan the pass to Irving. No good with the triple.
It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Antetokounmpo, no good.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
Harden the pass to Harris. Kicks it to KD. And then Durant with the jam.
KD sets up those crossovers as a big 7-footer. He handles the ball so well, and that's a great decision out of a pick and roll set.
Lopez, no luck. Brooklyn leading by 4. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
And this has been relentless from KD here tonight. The defense has tried to adjust, not once, but several times, and nothing working.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Lopez. Great D that time from Jordan. Brooklyn's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And Jordan sends it back. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Can't hit from 12.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Back to Irving. And Harris wide open. He to beat the clock. God, what a play!
That is...
And so it's Brooklyn in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Setting the floor for the Bucks, we've got Bobby Portis, and it's Forbes in at the 2 guard. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Jordan. On the wing, Harris shoots over Portis, and Harris gets it to go on the assist by Jordan. Harris has got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Portis, and Portis throws it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Harden against Augustine. Left side, Harris. No good from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Forbes kicks to Craig. Here's the three. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
And they continue to control the glass.
An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, that's where he's a huge threat to complete any sort of alley-oop. You could throw that at the top of the square, and DJ's going to throw it in.
Pass to Connaughton. To the paint. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Here's Irving. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Yeah, I feel like he uses the dribble to set up his rhythm for the mid-range shots like that one. Kyrie knocks another in.
And Antetokounmpo inside. Defended by Durant. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Lopez, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Bryn Forbes. And on the way from Irving for 3. The rebound by Holiday. Bucks trail by 6. The 3 for DiVincenzo. Here's Antetokounmpo shooting. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Brooklyn leading by 8. Outside Irving. Three-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Trying to find that consistency from distance that's stretching out the defense, and that's why Kyrie always has an available driving lane.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. The 3. The shot by Holiday, no good. Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Nets.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. That they were disciplined and focused.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And guys, what a nice performance it was for Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
A second chance effort. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Connaughton kicks to Holiday. And Lopez throws it down.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Outside Irving. From past the arc. Hits it from three-point range.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the...
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Alton. Downtown Milwaukee is seen from the shore of Lake Michigan on a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Harrell is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. And the rejection by Harrell. Here's LeBron. Oh, look at him fly!
Get out the way!
Oh, you love how fierce James is, a ferocious dunk artiste.
Kuzma against Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets. And he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
And oh, here we go. Lopez has got it, the fast break chance. DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. And a miss there on the triple. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against the Wizards in Washington.
And it could have been a lot closer than it was down the stretch, though. They were terrific.
It's a very solid game for them. I mean, the score might not tell the story of just how superior they were, but trust me, they're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Outside for Caldwell Pope. Here's Schroeder. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
I mean, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Now here is Holiday. His last outing, he had 18 points. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's DiVincenzo. Lopez. And James pulls it down.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Harrell. Schroeder against Middleton. Schroeder passes to Harrell. The dish now to LeBron. And that one, good.
LeBron taking what's offered from mid-range. Throughout his career, he's all about the best shot available.
To the inside. Lopez finds Antetokounmpo. Can't get it to fall.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
When you look at the regular season, Chris, was there a part that was more difficult, the start or the end, or maybe somewhere in between?
I would say it's somewhere in between because the physical toll, is felt most down the stretch. But you get a time to refresh and renew and get back to it. The quick instinct of Kuzma. He's good at knowing when to go after steals.
1:36 left to play here in the first. Antetokounmpo looking it over. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Holiday with the three. Buries the long-range jumper.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Caldwell Pope outside. No one near James as he lets it go. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Holiday with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Lakers. They traveled to Milwaukee last time they faced the Bucks, and they came away with a win.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, the crowd didn't seem to faze them at all. They knew what their game plan was and followed it accordingly. Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
And there's the call on Donte DiVincenzo. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Gasol kicks to Caruso. Here's James. Can't hit that one. The Bucks go the other way with it.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Augustine, no luck. LeBron James on the wing. Los Angeles with another miss.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Lakers on top, up by 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Definitely the game has slowed down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
We've got Bobby Portis, and it's Craig in at the 4. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by LeBron. Lakers leading by 3. Wide open. No good off the back of the rim. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Forbes. Pass to Augustine. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And it says a lot about you that even when you're not at your best, they definitely were still in that game and able to win comfortably.
Just looking at the box score, you wouldn't think they did enough to pull it out, but all the intangibles. So that's what won them the ball game tonight.
Right wing. Here's Connaughton. Money from the wing. Connaughton's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, looking to connect with the open man Portis. He's got the right mentality out there.
Horton Tucker, the pass to LeBron, and James throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Now here is Augustine. He's covered closely. He gets that one.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
Gasol kicks to Caruso. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Forbes with the rebound.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
And it's Connaughton missing. The Lakers in the lead. Caruso, the pass to Horton Tucker. And here's Gasol outside. Rebounded by the Bucks. Portis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Rejected by Gasol.
Wow. Trying to challenge Gasol. Big-time two-way player. He gets it done on both teams.
And finished off by LeBron.
Look at the handles. Gets through the D and then powers it home.
Such a pretty move inside. Clark, how do you stop that? Augustine passes to Portis. And Gasol sends it back. Here's Caruso, guarded by Augustine. Pass to Horton Tucker. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 5th rebound in this one. And stolen by James. Throws it up high. Very pretty alley-oop layup. And it's a 5-point Laker lead.
I mean, the passing genius of LeBron coming to the surface. I mean, a look that only a few players in the league can make.
Portis, and Portis throws it down.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Horton Tucker, the pass to James. Sinks the three-pointer. James has got 13.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
Here is Forbes. The shot goes in, first of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
The defense just too soft on that possession. You have to be closer and contest at the rim.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Gasol. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of basketball. On the wing, Morris. 6 to shoot. And it's James missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And he jams it with authority.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
And James gets it to go.
I like how James shoots off the pass. He knows how to catch the D by surprise.
Bucks trail by 4. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. To the left wing. Passes it to Connaughton. And Augustine kicks to Forbes. That 3 off the mark. James in the post. Missed inside. And so it's LeBron James. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
So for the Lakers right now, LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Caldwell Pope out there with Dennis Schroeder. And Harrell's in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Antetokounmpo. On the wing, Holiday. Like so many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons,
right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
Her passes to LeBron. That one's not going to go.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And he gets it to go. Holiday's got his third basket of the night right there.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a one-point game. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to James. Caldwell Pope's got 6 here in this quarter.
And Caldwell Pope can be a volume three-point shooter, meaning when he gets a lot of attempts from there, he can fill it up from downtown.
And see, Webb, Kentavious Caldwell Pope changing his approach before last season. He knew he wouldn't need to take on as much of a scoring responsibility.
Yeah, and what a team player, GA. I mean, KCP rededicated himself to defense. He tries to do more with less touches now, and that's the mindset you need to have playing with stars going for a championship.
And the Lakers making a change here. Matthews is checked in. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. DiVincenzo finds Giannis. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Chris Middleton.
Oh, this is the confidence Kuzma plays with. I mean, he feels like he can score on intense defense whenever he wants.
Bucks trail by 4. Now Giannis. 7 points in the game. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Giannis has got 9.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
Kuzma passes to Schroeder. That one rolling around and rims out. Milwaukee has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
For Milwaukee, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. Schroeder outside. Here's Kuzma. Rebounded by the Bucks. Lopez has got his 5th rebound in this one. For the lead, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
We've got 1:48 left in the third. Back to Schroeder. Puts it up from 12. And it's Connaughton with the rebound.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
They lost their edge on D here in the second half. I mean, far too passive. They're not dictating the pace anymore.
Over to the wing. Kuzma kicks to Matthews. The pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Schroeder. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Schroeder's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Matthews. Kuzma with it. And here's Matthews. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Off target from 3-point range.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Bucks leading by 3. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis. Lopez. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Back to Schroeder. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. 1 second left. 2 free throws coming up. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish that time.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Portis in at the center, locking down the middle.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
And stolen by Portis. Now the Bucks moving it up. Here's Middleton, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Middleton's got the lead up to 6 now for Milwaukee. On the wing, James, defended by DiVincenzo. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That'll be his second foul of the game. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Gasol. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And a lot of attention on Antetokounmpo's offense, but don't sleep on the deep. He can defend every part of the court and does it with intensity.
James against Middleton. The jump hook. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from LeBron. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. For three, Middleton drills it from outside. Middleton's got 5 points now this quarter.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
And there's the call on Donte DiVincenzo. That'll be his second foul of the game. Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Caruso kicks to Morris. On the wing, James. The rebound by Brook Lopez. Lopez has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Look, and when someone's open, Lopez will find him, using his height to see over the defense.
Baseline J on the way. Here's Gasol. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And that's an important rebound, especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
And the Bucks with possession here. They've led by as many as 11 points. Pass to Lopez. Holiday surveying the floor. Middleton can't get it to go. Lakers trail by 8. Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
And if you're the defense, what can you do? James is too strong, too focused on these finishes.
Outside Holiday. Offline with his 3. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. An easy 2 points on the layup. LeBron's got 23 points.
Oh, well, come on. James has made plenty of these shots during his career. He embraces the pressure.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. The feed to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
The drive by James, and James throws it down.
James is just remarkable, showing no remorse when he's attacking the rim.
Bucks leading by 4. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Giannis. To the middle. Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Here's Lopez. The shot comes out, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. The drive by LeBron. Good D by Giannis. And stolen by James. Passes it to Caruso. Back to Morris. Lopez with the block.
And you got to appreciate the length Lopez has. He's effective at using it to stifle shooters.
Tries to keep it alive. Out on his own on the break. Here's DiVincenzo. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Well, so often we see this. Transition buckets off turnovers.
This is why coaches preach ball security to their teams. That sequence right there.
And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. For 3, Middleton nailed from three-point land. And now a 9-point Milwaukee lead.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. Just a total team effort.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. And the 3 off target.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Well, this one is winding down now. Milwaukee can watch the clock run out. Takes a 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. And the Bucks lead by 10.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
And that's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
I am in this fight. I think it was more so a realization that I have been in this fight. I've always been standing up for women's equality. People in my high school always called me a feminist. And that was just the way it was. I was always going to tell you the
Coming up next. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche Le DA.
Kevin, thanks very much.
DA, he is dangerous in both facets. He's hard to stop. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
So the Nets starting five. They've got Harris. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Harden in at the 2. And for Los Angeles, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard.
They're at their best when LeBron pushes. His aggressiveness raises the level of this team.
Here's Durant. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. And it's the Lakers' ball. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they've built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And a strong bench gives you the flexibility to bring someone in and exploit a certain matchup.
Now Durant, after the missed 3 from Marc Gasol. Harris finds Harden. And Steve, as we get into the middle of the season, do you feel we have a good idea of who the contenders are at this point?
The major forces, Kevin, you know for sure where they are. There are always some teams you can't tell if they're legit or not just yet.
Now here's LeBron. Harden missing his last shot. And the dunk by James.
The king, timeless, saying, I'm going to keep doing what I do until they catch up with me.
Harris outside. Back to Harden. Inside, here's Durant. Lays it up off the glass.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Caldwell Pope dishes to Gasol. Caldwell Pope kicks to Kuzma. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Just 4 to shoot. For 3, Caldwell Pope. That shot, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. And for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's best when he lets the game come to him, when he's not forcing shots, not making things tough on himself, not making tough passes. You know, Smitty, a simple approach does wonders for him.
Kevin, you applaud the maturity of KCP to realize that he knew he needed to change his game to improve. Focusing on making the easy play has made him a very valuable member of this team. And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
And the Lakers with another turnover here. Brooklyn making some changes. Griffin comes in for Jordan. And it's Brown in for James Harden. KD against Morris. And then Durant with the jam.
The long strides of Durant gliding through the lane. Throw it down, big fella.
James wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Griffin. KD's got 6.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Here's James. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Durant feeling it out a bit. Griffin passes to KD. Good.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Harrell, the pass to Horton Tucker. Back to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
I mean, a dunk machine dating back to high school. Montrezl Harrell is an absolute monster around the rim.
Now here's Durant. 8 points for him. And finished off by KD.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. LeBron kicks to Morris. He dishes it to Harrell. Pass to Caruso. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. Nets leading by 4. It's tipped and stolen by Harrell. James in the post. Brown's there. Horton Tucker tries again. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the call. Brooklyn the foul.
What I appreciate about Harrell is how hard he's worked on his skill set. The jumper, the post moves, and the passing.
And so he makes both from the line. It's the Nets now. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And it seems odd to say, given that they won that pretty easily, but really they did not look especially strong in that game.
They were really fortunate to come away with that victory. It wasn't their finest game, but hopefully they'll be better here in this one.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Brooklyn. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly. Well, Greg, we know he's already a solid scorer, but Kyle...
Biggest area of growth would definitely be on.
Now having played with superstars, Kuzma is learning what it takes to win.
He's getting only so many shots per game. So I applaud him for finding other ways to contribute to his team with an eye toward the greater goal.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vallanos. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. Green is out there with Luwawu. Then there's Irving. Then there's Brown. And it's Griffin in at the center position. You know, Steve, one thing you admire about LeBron, how he shapes a possession for his team. He'll create situations where he gets a mismatch or helps his teammate find one.
You know, Kevin, LeBron will use his high screens to just kind of shuffle defenders, make them think. Once he sees an opportunity, he'll pounce all over it. You can see him do this the most at the end of close games.
Griffin, and Jones sends it back. Caruso, the pass to Jones. Pass to Caruso. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. So both teams making some changes here. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Now here's Harden. They picked up 24 points in their last one against Detroit.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
The Lakers trail. Pass to Schroeder. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Harden kicks to Green. Outside Irving. Shoots over Schroeder. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Irving's got 6 points in the quarter.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Schroeder against Irving, and Jones slams it in.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
Outside Irving, lets it go with a 3. Another miss by Irving. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Lakers. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
A combination of unforced errors and just poor decision making. They need to be much better in that aspect of the game this time around.
Looking now at some numbers for Kyrie Irving.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
And there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets.
You've got to hand it to DeAndre. His relentless approach on the boards, paying dividends.
Ball's knocked loose, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Morris is checked in for the Lakers. The Nets also changing it up. Durant's checked in for Green. Harris comes in for Luwawu-Cabarrot, and Landry Shamet subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. A wide open look for Gasol, and again, no good by the Lakers.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Durant, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
It's been this way all game, I'll tell you. Durant putting on a clinic.
Schroeder dishes to Gasol. Back to Schroeder. Fades. Not going to go that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. The deep three from Durant. They get it back. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Griffin's checked in for Brooklyn. Brown comes in for James Harden. 40 seconds left here in the second. Harris misses. Lakers trail by 6. Harrell down low. He's covered by Shannon. And there's Harrell. That's good on the assist by Caldwell Pope.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Los Angeles making a switch here. James is checked in. And here's Harris from the arc. Rebound by Harrell. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Morris finds Harrell. Back to Morris. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Here is Durant. He's got 12. And stolen by Harrell. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 12 points. Well, Durant having to sit out all last year due to injury. Now that he's back in action, how do you feel about that? And that.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Gasol at the 5. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, he's smart. He's steady. Marc Gasol, he just knows where to position himself to make that play.
Pulls up. High post. Durant, no good. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. For your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions.
You need guys who are willing to make the next pass. Shamet doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but he's unselfish.
Here's Schroeder. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Schroeder's got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
Harden kicks to Durant. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Jordan. Makes it off the glass. Jordan's got his second basket of the night.
This is what DeAndre gives you. An enforcer inside who's developed more moves offensively.
James outside. Outside for Gasol. Now the pass to Caldwell-Pope. No good on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And Durant sends it back.
The standing reach of a center, the mobility of a guard. No wonder Durant sent that one back.
And James pulls it down.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Gasol trying to free himself up. And it's Schroeder missing. And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. A 2-point game. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's KD. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
We all know when KD gets the basketball, it might be easier just to foul him than letting him shoot it.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Joe Harris. Brown, he's checked in for James Harden. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Landry Shamet. Good time now to bring up the league leaders in field goal percentage. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. The fourth spot held by Montrezl Harrell.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
Luwawu is checked in for Kevin Durant. Lakers trail by 3.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
Down low, here's Caruso. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Irving looking over the floor. Off target with his 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Schroeder. Rebound, Brooklyn. And here's Irving. 8 points for him. Another miss by Irving.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
Not one to back down inside. Schroeder likes to get right into the teeth of the defense.
And a deep 3 from Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
Pass to Horton Tucker. To the inside. Harrell for the lead. Out to the right wing. 5 to shoot. Caruso, the pass to Harrell. And the layup falls. Harrell's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Getting hit on the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
Passes it to Irving. 19 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. This game has a lot of character here in the 3rd period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Schroeder passes to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Outside Irving. No good on the last second attempt there. We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Lakers ahead, leading by a point. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Brooklyn trailing, setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Brown. Harris is out there with Green. Then there's Griffin, and it's Harden in at the 1 spot. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Horton Tucker, the pass to Jones.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Harden surveying the D. Can't hit from 12.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
And finished off by LeBron.
Crazy to think about how many seasons LeBron's played and how many nights we've seen him do this.
The 3 from Harden. Caruso grabs the miss. Lakers leading by 5. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Durant comes in for Jeff Green. And Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown.
You got to keep an eye out for LeBron. He may be lurking. What a block that one was.
Here's Irving. They get it again. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Lakers. LeBron against Harden. A wide open look here for Kuzma. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And the Lakers lead by 7.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Harris kicks to Harden. Durant in the corner. Shot clock at 5. And it's in there.
This is what you like about Kevin Durant. Doesn't need to press the issue. Mid-range is close enough.
Caldwell Pope dishes to Gasol. Caldwell Pope passes to Caruso. To the paint, here's Gasol, and Jordan sends it back.
DeAndre is simply one of the most electrifying shot blockers in the game. If you put up a shot around him, you better put it up high.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Alex Caruso. In transition, here come the Nets. Durant's got the ball. Irving with a clean look. Drains the wing tray. Now just a 2-point Laker lead.
Sometimes it's all about patience. His first 3 of the game, something to build on.
The feed to Gasol. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Jordan. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Lakers. Landry Shamet's checked in for Brooklyn. Harden left side. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him. Kyrie Irving's checked in for the Nets. From deep, James. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Harris outside. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Lakers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. It's a hand on it, and Kuzma stays with it. And the Lakers lead by 4.
They need one, so Kuzma steps up. They're lucky to have a player like Kuz.
Here's Harden, and he banks in the layup.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Now here's Schroeder. Baseline try, and the shot goes down.
Ice in his veins. Schroeder knows how to deliver when it matters the most.
Schroeder against Irving. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Yes, that goes in.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
LeBron against Harris. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Trifecta.
And in the moment of truth, KCP calling for the ball and delivering a powerful blow.
It's good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Calm in the heat of the storm. Kyrie with a big bucket.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
LeBron with it. He's picked up by Jordan. It's in!
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Pass to Irving. From deep. Rebound by Harrell. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
You know, maybe the most storied high school player ever. It's amazing to think that LeBron's exceeded expectation here at the pro level.
From deep, can't connect. And so the Lakers take the win. It was up for grabs, right? Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. And the player introductions are wrapped up. The start. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. Whoop.
It does indeed. Thanks, David. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
So the Nets starting five. They've got Harris. Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan, and it's KD in at the power forward. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5, down low. And the Nets making a change here. Shamet's checked in. Harden against Holiday. Brooklyn with the ball. Here's Durant. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Both teams tonight, Greg, love to push the ball up the floor, even off made shots.
You know, trying to find an opening before the half-court D can set up. I think you're going to see more and more of that every year.
I agree. Here's Shamet. Offensive rebound, Nets. Harden against Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Harris's shot is off.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Lobbed up there for KD. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Boy, KD gets himself right to the rim. Liftoff is complete.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Trying to get open is Lopez. A rebound by the Nets. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
Here's Holiday. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Harris passes to KD. Harris against Middleton. KD looking around. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Now here's Giannis. He picked up 33 points in their last one against Washington.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Holiday against Harden. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Holiday. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Washington.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
And it's Shamet missing. Bucks trail by 8. Now Holiday finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
You know this, if you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
And Jordan has it in the corner. Harden dishes to Durant. Jacks up a 3. Nets with the new shot clock. Jordan finds Harden. Nets passing it around. And the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Giannis against KD. Giannis passes to Lopez. Kick out to Giannis. Back to Lopez. Giannis outside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Augustine comes in for Drew Holiday. The Nets also changing it up. Griffin comes in for Jordan. And it's Brown in for Landry Shamet. And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
A different look for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Torrey Craig comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Chris Middleton. Then for the Nets, Green is checked in for Durant. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Kyrie Irving in for James Harden. Here's Irving after the made shot from Bobby Portis. Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And
there are only a handful of players who can create excitement just by being on the floor, and Griffin is one of them.
And a wide open look for Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Bucks trail by 7. Here's Connaughton. The rebound by Luwawu. On the wing, Irving. Headed by Augustine. From 13. That one, no good. And that does it for the first quarter. Nets lead by 7. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this to say about Luke.
I think the most important lesson that I got is
all part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Kyrie Irving is out there with Brown. Then there's Green. Then there's Griffin. And it's Luwawu in at the 3 slot. So it's Brooklyn now, leading by 5. Irving looking for an opening. Irving double team. Brown outside. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Brown.
Yeah, how about the strength and focus there of Griffin? Absorbs the hit and still finishes.
Augustine against Irving. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this. And, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Irving, he scores, and he's off the schneid with that basket. 1 for 7 on a tough night for him.
You guys know it's pick your poison when you are trying to cover Kyrie out of the pick and roll.
To the middle. Portis kicks to Connaughton. Bucks passing it around. From deep three-point range, that one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Forbes.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Irving dishes to Griffin. Right side, Irving, and it's blocked.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy, just struggling to make shots right now.
Here's Connaughton, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Irving. Up again, and Griffin stays with it. Griffin's got 5 points so far.
And ever since entering the league, that's been one of Griffin's favorite ways to score, attacking that offensive glass.
Here's Giannis. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Portis has got the game tied up here for Milwaukee.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Irving. And it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go.
Well, sometimes it's about shot selection, and Kyrie Irving finds the weakness in the defense consistently.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Basket counts. Giannis has got his second basket.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Outside Irving. Passes to Llewellyn. On the wing, Irving. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Detroit.
And it wasn't only his scoring. The intensity on defense. He nabbed 3 steals that night.
Fast break, Milwaukee. Launches a 3. Rebounded by the Nets. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
The best defenses do a great job of protecting the rim. That team did not give an inch. They defended and contested every shot.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Here's Irving. Dishes to Griffin. Fast break, Milwaukee. And the layup's good off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Bucks lead.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Irving. It's tipped. They retain possession.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Down low, here's Green, and Green slams it in.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Beth. The first quarter was a difficult one for Milwaukee. And after 17 years where they... And that'll do it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor. That was a strong dunk.
That is nice.
How about the quick jump from Kevin Durant? He was impressive on that one.
Pass to Giannis. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
In the corner, Irving with it. Baseline jumper. The shot, no good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. And staying with the play, Middleton.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
A natural-born scorer is Kevin Durant. He puts in the time, and it pays dividends on the floor.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Here's Lopez. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Lopez has got his first bucket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Irving double team. Harden has a wide open look. No good with the triple. Milwaukee leading by 6. The wide open look here for Holiday. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 8 rebounds in this game. Moving it up. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Durant. Irving's got 6.
Okay, Kevin Durant scanning the floor, looking for opportunities. Make your teammates feel good. Nice.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
The pass to Irving. Lets it go from deep. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Antetokounmpo. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Here's Lopez. Irving with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Irving leading the charge. Shoots over DiVincenzo. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
In the corner, Middleton with it. And a miss there on the triple. Nets trail by 4. Harden can't hit. 56 seconds left to play in the third. Holiday left side. For 3, Middleton. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And that one's good, Irving.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
Middleton for 3. But they recover it. Outside, Antetokounmpo. On the wing, Holiday. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Giannis passes to Lopez.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Bucks lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then it's Harden. And it's Jordan in at center. Giannis outside. Banked in off the glass.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills. And tonight, it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Harden the pass to Harris. Got a piece of it. Augustine with the steal. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Landry Shamet. Harden against Augustine.
Hey, yo, right here.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. 17-foot shot on the way. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
Outside Irving. It's good. Irving's got 12 points here in the second half.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
Antetokounmpo passes to Portis. Kicks it down to Middleton. The tray. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's KD. Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Wow. Outside, Antetokounmpo. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
In the long strides of Antetokounmpo, once he gets downhill, there's almost no stopping it.
Outside, KD. Augustine with the steal. Portis with it. And it's Harden picking him up. And Portis throws it down.
And you've got to wonder just how big those points are going to be. A swing like that could decide the outcome.
KD passes to Irving. All sorts of time. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Huge bucket from Kyrie. Knows how to deliver.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Bucks. A 2-point game. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Augustine. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Griffin's checked in. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. It's the Nets now. Pass to Harris. Back to Harden. Harris looking it over. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Irving. Jordan. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
Well, DJ with the fearless opportunity, boy. What a shot.
Giannis inside. Defended by Griffin. Antetokounmpo inside. Griffin's there. Nets have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. No good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Here's DiVincenzo. And Griffin sends it back. Harris passes to Harden. 1:05 left to play in the final quarter. Harris's shot is off. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Here's Giannis. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Outside Irving. Count it, and here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point. Lopez, such calm demeanor in the face of extraordinary pressure. Go ahead, big fella.
Passes it to Harris. On the wing, Irving. Off target from outside. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're down by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the game. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And guys, this really has been his night. He's done a lot of things well, but his scoring really put him over the top. You can see how determined he's been every time he's gotten his hands on the ball. Great drive and also great focus offensively.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. This win, such a tremendous... Check out the fashion style of the Bucks as they enter the building. Bring out the red carpet. There's a look at downtown Los Angeles from the... A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the small forward position. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Gasol at the center position. Caldwell-Pope kicks to Kuzma. Back to Caldwell-Pope, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change, but sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 16s, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
Hard to play better defense than that, guys. I mean, but right there, James simply overpowered it.
Outside Holiday. Back to Middleton. Misses the 3.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Schroeder against DiVincenzo. Shoots from 12. And it's Schroeder missing. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Set him up well there. Brook Lopez showing his vision and willingness as a passer.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. James in the post. Defended by Middleton. Here's Schroeder. No good that time. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Milwaukee.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
And, you know, those are the kind of games that sting and that bad taste lingers. Knowing you were in it, but not coming through down the stretch, those are hard to get over sometimes.
Harrell, he's checked in for the Lakers. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Giannis inside. He's against Kuzma. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Just off the charts, incredible athleticism from Antetokounmpo. Fending off contact like a real pro.
Loads it up there for Harrell. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right. Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Kuzma finds James. Back to Kuzma. Lakers passing it around. And the dunk by LeBron.
LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty. An incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Middleton for 3. No good that time. And the Lakers take it the other way. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
No one near James as he lets it go. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4.
Over the years, his catch-and-shoot jumper has gotten so much better. You can tell LeBron's really worked on that part of his game.
Here's Holiday. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And that one goes long. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Count it.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. Trailing by 4. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
Holiday against Schroeder. Inside. Unloads. Bank shot. No good. DiVincenzo against Caldwell Pope. There's the pass to Giannis. Middleton outside. Good on the triple. Middleton's got 6.
Boy, when you've got the jump shot that Chris Middleton has, you're always a weapon, which means you help create spacing for your teammates.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Bucks on top, up by 1. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And earlier we got a few words from Marc Gasol regarding his former teammate in Toronto, Kawhi Leonard.
The way he plays defensively, you know what he's...
And of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019. Largely great because of their ability to play defense and get stops.
And 2 former defensive players of the year on the same team. That's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous at the other end as well, albeit in different ways.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Just stretching out the floor in that first, they had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your 3-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for the Lakers right now, Morris is out there with Jones. Then it's Contavious Caldwell Pope, and it's Caruso in at the point guard position. Fires from deep. The rebound by the Bucks. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Morris against Antetokounmpo. To the inside, Portis, and he banks in the layup. Portis has got his first points of the game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Jones, the pass to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
To the right side. Now here is Augustine. Defense is right there. That one goes. Count it.
Well, I tell you what, for Augustine being as small as he is, he's crafty and he's stronger than he looks, which allows him to finish through tough defense.
And DJ Augustine, a veteran guard who's always had an impact when he's on the floor. He gives you leadership, shooting, and playmaking off the bench.
Tell you what, Greg, when he was with the Pacers during my time working for the team, I really grew to appreciate and respect his game even more than I did from a distance. You're exactly right. I mean, he's a barometer for just about any team he's played on, and that when he plays well, it lifts everybody else's game. That's just the kind of experienced, calming effect veteran he is. Hey, if you had a list of the most athletic players in the NBA and did a roll call, it would be not long before you got to Antetokounmpo. The Greek Freak is the real deal.
Marc Gasol's checked in for Los Angeles. James comes in for Caldwell Pope. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Milwaukee.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Forbes can't get it to go.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to just one on the bucket from LeBron.
Not going to miss many chances from that range. That's LeBron's wheelhouse there.
Antetokounmpo against Morris. Antetokounmpo passes to Portis. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Hey, and you know, really, Antetokounmpo could look to score every time, and sometimes that's necessary, but he's also good at recognizing when one of his teammates has a clean look.
Now here's James. T right on him. Pass to Caruso. James dishes to Morris. Gasol passes to LeBron. And the dunk by James.
Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, at his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Augustine. Giannis outside. Here's Portis. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 12 points, 2 assists. And that'll do it.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer, starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
Guys, I don't think there's any doubt that the work he's put in practicing free throw shooting has paid off. I mean, he's made nice strides in getting those shooting percentage numbers up.
The drive by James Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. And he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Giannis passes to Middleton. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got his 3rd assist on the night. Shooter kicks to Kuzma. James outside. Second shot opportunity. Out to Kuzma. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
And how about the power of Antetokounmpo? Dynamite whenever he takes it to the rim.
Pope loose. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. And the 3 off target. Bucks leading by 6. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Shots good by Middleton. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
And it's Connaughton missing. Lakers trail by 8. It's LeBron with the drive. Goes back up. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Here's Middleton. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's DiVincenzo, and it's good. 2 points. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 10 now for the Bucks.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And a chance here to check out some stats for LeBron James.
And guys, I think the grind of the season is catching up with him a little bit. It comes across in his rebounding numbers. Over the past 5 games, they've taken a tumble. He seems to be wearing down a bit. Maybe tonight, though, he can get his legs back under it.
And, you know, when you've played over a decade and a half in the league, it's expected that you're going to slow down, but LeBron still going strong.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Jones. Matthews comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
The drive by James and the dunk by LeBron.
Boy, LeBron's so strong, so athletic, so smart. I mean, a bunch of his points come when he's driving full speed downhill, and he's impossible to stop.
Now here is Augustine. Tight defense on him. Lakers trail by 6. The wide open look here for Kuzma. The three-pointer off the mark. Milwaukee's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. The shot's good.
And, you know, he's not a big guy, but Forbes has added some muscle to his frame, and it came into play there. Nice job overpowering the defense on that possession.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Now here is Augustine. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. 6 to shoot. Wilson kicks to Augustine. The 9-foot shot. And no good. Trying to use the glass. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And James throws it down.
Boy, he's fantastic at playing to his strengths. Doesn't get outside of himself. I mean, when he's scoring at an efficient clip like that, he's hard to stop.
Augustine passes to Portis. Back to Augustine. Here's Craig. James covering. And Portis throws it down.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And that one's good. Caruso. Caruso's got 4 points this quarter.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Augustine. Outside Wilson to the wing right side. Left side Portis. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Portis has got 10 points.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, He's a threat every time up the floor.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Bucks lead by 4. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Matthews. Morris is out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's Caruso in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Bucks?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And the Bucks making a change here. Holiday's checked in, and good on the second, so he makes them both.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Here's Middleton, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Well, I like the fact that Middleton takes advantage of the mid-range jump shot. When he gets room to pull the trigger from there, he's taking it, and he's almost automatic.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Here's Caruso over Holiday, and that one's good. Caruso's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense has taken a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Pass to Holiday. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Kicks it down to Middleton. A 3-ball. Rebound by Harrell. Lakers trail by 4. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. It's tipped and stolen by DiVincenzo. Here's Holiday. Finished off the break.
He's an explosive, athletic guard. And I tell you, the coaching staff must love watching Holiday in the open court.
And Harrell slams it in.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Holiday, the pass to Giannis. Trying to get open is Lopez.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
And Holiday kicks to Giannis. Back to Holiday. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Montrezl Harrell did not like that.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of game.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. Matthews scanning the floor. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Fast break, Milwaukee. Holiday with the ball. Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. For 3, Middleton. The putback. Giannis on the follow. Antetokounmpo's got 4 this quarter.
Really, you know what? Trying to keep Antetokounmpo off the glass, that's a tough assignment because he's long and he can leap.
And the Lakers call time here. They trail by 6. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, during that last timeout, I listened to Frank Vogel talk to his team. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, his build and skill set are both platinum level, and he knows how to kick his game up a gear, too.
Fast break, Milwaukee. And the shot goes in.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And Gasol able to finish.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Here's Giannis trying to get open as Lopez. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo going to work inside. Yeah, he's 6'11", but he's also relentless.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. The Lakers making a switch here. Schroeder's checked in.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference.
Antetokounmpo passes to Middleton. No good from outside.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save him tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Giannis. Misses off the left iron. And so Gasol will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 7-point differential. Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6. Schroeder hits them both. 15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. James with a deep three. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Here's Connaughton. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. No good. And so the Bucks take the win. A truly gut. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. The activity in front of the Brooklyn. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the 1. And looking at the Nets, we've got Irving. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Jordan, and it's Harden in at the 1. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Well, Greg, fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
Now here's Gasol. Back to LeBron. Gasol trying to free himself up. Harden the pass to Irving. Right at the free throw line. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Irving's got his second bucket tonight.
And the feel Irving has for the mid-range game, effective at working this area of the court.
Schroeder dishes to Caldwell Pope. Knocked loose. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Now here's Schroeder. 11 points for him in that last game against Indiana.
And that didn't come at the cost of his defense. In fact, I think it fed his defense. He had 4 steals in that game.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And the former second-round pick, Gasol's becoming an elite player at his position. He's a force at both ends.
Here's Irving. Offensive rebound. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
And James throws it down.
That's how LeBron likes to attack. So effective at scoring on the move.
The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. From the high post. And James pulls it down.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
They had them in their heels the whole game. The intensity of their defense was the key factor.
Here's LeBron. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Morris kicks to LeBron. Los Angeles with another miss. Nets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Passes to Harden. Up top, Durant. Covered by Morris. Shots good by Durant.
Just the way Durant can move with the ball is jaw-dropping. There's no denying him when he wants to go at you.
Schroeder against Jordan. Gasol passes to James. Back to Gasol. Good, and the assist goes to James. Gasol's got 5 points so far.
I mean, the passing genius of LeBron coming to the surface. I mean, a look at only a few players in the league can make.
The wide open look for Durant. No good on the triple. The Lakers trail. Schroeder, right side. Out to Morris. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Back to James. From deep. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. He has 5.
James loves pulling up immediately off the pass. You can't give him any breathing room, even when the pass is coming his way.
Pass to Irving. Back to Harden. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, you can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Caldwell Pope finds Schroeder. And Jordan sends it back.
And the one thing we know about DeAndre, he's a presence at both ends of the floor. He protects the rim on D just as much as he punishes it at the offensive end.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Luwawu is checked in for Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
They get the rebound. Griffin, the kick out to Brown. Irving looking over the floor. And the Nets miss again.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Jones, the pass to Kuzma. The layup missed. The Nets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And he makes the first. Landry Shamet's checked in for the Nets. Both good from the line that time. LA's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Caruso. He's covered by Shamet, and that one's good. Caruso. 11 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Shamet, the pass to Griffin. To the wing on the left. Outside, Green. Tie game in Brooklyn. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the grind of an NBA.
How can we be the best version of ourselves individually?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Lakers right now, Montrezl Harrell is out there with Jones. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caruso in at the point guard position. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Bruce Brown. Irving way outside. No good on the three. The Lakers shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Back to Jones. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And Luwawu Cabarrot is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got his second bucket.
Great decision, great find. I mean, draws the double team and passes out of it to create the open look.
It's stolen. Fast break, the Lakers. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Jones has got 4 points in the quarter.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is, one play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game. He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Here's Caruso, covered by Irving. Caruso, the pass to Horton Tucker. Just 5 on the clock. Rebound, Brooklyn.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
A nice shot by Irving. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. It's good.
And when you see Irving pull up, you just assume he's sinking it. I mean, he's excellent at shooting off the dribble.
A pass to Caruso. Kuzma inside. Releases. High quality look, and he sinks it. Kuzma's got the game tied up here for the Lakers.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Irving. Again, the Nets for 2.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
To the paint. Here's Harrell. Green with the rebound. And so Green will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
They looked totally in sync. They knew what they wanted to accomplish, and then they went out there and did it.
One-on-one fast break, and a wide-open look for Irving. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second. And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Lets it fly. A quick shot there, and it's off target.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Kuzma, that's good.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Irving with it, picked up by Kuzma. Kuzma against Irving. That one goes in.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
Here's Caruso. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Some changes for the Lakers. 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Gasol finds James. And finished off by LeBron.
And when you give James a lane to the basket, he's going to dunk it hard. Amazing watching him just glide through the air.
Harden against Schroeder. It's Harden with the drive. And the shot goes in.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. I mean, the D is worrying too much about the other four guys. I mean, they can't give him open jumpers.
James dishes to Gasol, and Gasol slams it in.
Not a lot of ups needed right there for Gasol to get up and hammer the dunk through.
Outside, KD. There's the three, but they get it back. What a performance for Kyrie Irving.
Thanks a lot, Katie. It looks like you guys were able to build as the half went along. What happened out there?
Well, we stayed with our defense, and I think we were a little lazy.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were never able to get the lead above. And that'll do it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Jordan in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Well, come on. We all know LeBron is used to getting fouled, but it's just amazing how he keeps his focus. Such a powerful player.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Irving. The Nets with the lead. And here's Harden. On the wing, Harris. To the inside. It's stolen by Morris. The drive by LeBron. And the dunk by LeBron.
And the way James dominates on the offensive end, making it look effortless tonight.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. 11 feet away. Shots good by Durant. KD's got 6 points. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 12. That one a little long.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Connects from three-point range.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He could be an ace when he gets a good look at three.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. And Caldwell Pope with a wide open look, and another three for the Lakers.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. That makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Now here's Harden. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game.
And Harden is certainly used to finishing through the physical defense, demonstrating just how special a player like he truly is.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber.
Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. LeBron drives in, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
It's stolen by Morris. Now the Lakers on the break. Steps back and shoots. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. Morris has got his first basket.
Wow. Morris is a physical guy, solid at staying active on the boards and gobbling up these rebounds.
Harden kicks to Durant. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Let's keep it alive.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
For three, Caldwell Pope. It's not going to go for him. And it's Harris with the ball for the Nets. Harden the pass to KD from about 16, and that one hits back iron. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Goes up and finished off by KD.
That's how you get your boys on the bench going crazy. What an incredible dunk by Durant, who never ceases to amaze.
Now here's James. He's got 14, and LeBron throws it down. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Gasol against Harden. Rejected by Gasol.
Wow, trying to challenge Gasol, big-time two-way player. He gets it done on both ends.
Schroeder passes to Gasol. Inside, Durant with the steal. Harden with it. Guarded now by Morris. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. The drive by James. And finished off by LeBron.
LeBron is so powerful. Amazing how he maintains focus even with the D draped all over.
Harden kicks to Durant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. For Brooklyn, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. The first one falls.
And the winning mentality of Durant, I mean, he can take over games. He puts the team on his back. Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
James outside. Here's Horton Tucker. Griffin with some nice D. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter. And how about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then there's Harrell, and it's Caruso in at the point. There's the feed to Harrell. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just trying to keep the momentum now, and that's easier said than done.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Joe Harris comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Harden in for Bruce Brown. James in the post. KD's on him. Harrell, the pass to LeBron. Over Harris, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
As good as LeBron is at moving the ball, he's not going to pass up the jump shot if it's there for him.
To the middle, Harden finds Jordan. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jordan's got his first bucket in this one.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Here's Caruso, guarded by Harden. They grab their own miss. Pass to Horton Tucker. From deep three-point range, the rebound by Harden.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only one in the first.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Harrell, the pass to LeBron, and the dunk by LeBron.
Oh, come on. You can't allow James to get positioned down low. Once he does, he's looking to dunk it.
Harden outside. Passes it to Irving. The three. Knocks down the three ball. Irving's got 19 points.
Boy, they have been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Poked away. Feeds to Harrell. Here's Caruso. Shooting foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
I love how James takes hold of these possessions. When his team needs a basket, he steps up to the plate.
Harris finds Jordan. Outside Irving. Harris inside the line. Here's Jordan. The kick out to Irving. KD, that's for 2. The Lakers with the rebound. LeBron's got 5 rebounds tonight. Horton Tucker, the pass to James. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Offline with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Jordan trying to free himself up.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. James up top, guarded by Harris. Now Harrell. Here's Caruso. And the Lakers tack on 2 more. 1:15 left in the 4th. Harden outside. At the elbow, it's Harris. Back to Harden. Releases. Harris misses.
Yeah, showing some strength in the paint there. Tough rebound.
From deep. The rebound by Harden.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Rebound the Lakers. On the wing, James. We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. 24 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Morris finds James. Clock at 6. Yes!
relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Right side Durant. Frames it from downtown.
When things get tough, you start to lean on your stars, and Durant always seems to come up with a clutch shot.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
And it's a wrap. Any chance they may have had for a comeback just went out the window with those free throws.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our